Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Is there any echo? Hello.
Yes, sir. Hope I am audible.
Okay. Yes, sir. You are audible. So thank you, everyone. Today, thank you, everyone, for joining today's program. So we are going to start now. Hope all of you are ready for today's program. So let me start with the prayer so that let us take the blessings of God, Lord Ganesha, and hope all of us will be blessed. And with these blessings, hope all of us will do better in our future.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
So, may God bless everyone. Today, it is an important day for all of us because we are starting a new beginning in near future. So, you may be wondering, what is that new beginning? By this time, you may be already aware that we are running a certificate course in medical biostatistics, and we already completed one batch with good success, and we wanted to have 30 students, and we received 30 admissions fortunately, and all classes were conducted on time, and we conducted the convocation, and also we completed the course successfully, and all the students who joined us, they got benefited, they are certified, and we received very encouraging results, also encouraging comments from the existing means those who passed, those who completed the course. So that, and also we received very constructive feedback on our earlier course, and we changed ourselves based on the suggestions of our students and the well-wishers. So based on that, we already received the students for the second batch also. So almost the seats are getting filled up, and out of 30 seats, already we are nearing to 20 seats. So 10 more seats are left out, and those who are going to register during this 1 hour presentation, or those who make up their decision to join this course, we will be offering 500 rupees as the bonus for them, so that they can reduce the fees they can pay less by 500 rupees just because they attended this course, today's session. And if they decide to join before the closure of this session, we will be happy to receive them at 500 rupees reduced cost. Okay. So with this brief introduction, I would like to introduce our course coordinator, course originator, and currently working as professor and head Department of Pharmacology at GMERS Medical College, Morbi, Gujarat, none other than our Dr. Rakesh Ranjan Pathak. Dr. Pathak sir,
Yes, sir.
is a very enthusiastic professional. He took all the initiative to come up with the course structure, course conduct, course workshops, and also so he took the feedback very constructively and able to modify the course with more number of workshops. So there will be 3 workshops before we complete the course. So finally, we have arrived at a very amicable solution where students will be happy to have hands-on experience. So So this is just to give you brief about the course what we created, and as you know that by this time the originator of this course is Dr. Rakesh Ranjan sir. So what is his credentials? So he is a highly accomplished professional professor and head Department of Pharmacology at GMERS, and he is trained at Harvard University. So T2 TM, that is trained to teach in medicine course, and also he is again trained at John Hopkins with advanced course in statistical reasoning, and then he has additional course at Stanford University, certificate course in statistics in medicine. And I am the course administrator, and I will be supporting Dr. Rakesh sir with all the support whatever he requires, basically ensuring that the course is run properly. And I should appreciate him that when we started the course and completed the course, the same rigor, same intensity, same interest I could see with him. And he's able to start the course on time, exactly at 10 o'clock, and end at 11 o'clock. And we record the session, and then it is handed over to the students, and they are able to go back through the course material. And he came with extra additional material like notes and case studies. And again, on my request, he again came up with the workshops also. So, sir, explained biostatistics very nicely and in a very amicable way so that students are able to understand. So he is also resource faculty at IEC as a member secretary. And also he is working as editor in Biostatistics journal, and he has published a book on pharmacovigilance, then biomedical ethics, so pharmacology focus also he has published. So like this, he is also examiner, PhD examiner, PG examiner, MEU, part of the MEU. So like this, a CASP trainer and GCP also. So he is an expert in that. And also, he has published good number of papers. And I have details of the course, so I will not go into details. So once the let Dr. Rakesh Ranjan sir start his talk, and then in between, whenever he feels explaining a little bit more on the course, he will be able to explain. And at the end of the session, we will also be happy to take the question and answers. And just remember that during the course, if you register, because only 10 seats are almost available, so please try to register as early as possible. And you can avail 500 rupees discount on the course fee that is displayed. So you can see here, there is a course fee is displayed here. So you can use this as the reference for registering, and you will be able to get the 500 rupees as the additional discount. With this, let me stop and let us have our course coordinator and course originator. Thank you, sir. Rakesh Ranjan sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Let us start. Now I am sharing my screen, and I hope the screen is visible to everybody. Any feedback, sir? The first introductory page visible to
you can
everybody.
make it full screen, sir.
Okay. Yes. Now
Yes,
the
sir.
first.
Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. So this is introductory, and with without any repetition, I will start with my topic. That is where we are lacking and why we require such courses in a very alarming pace. We are lagging behind the world because we were trained since last 2 centuries by Macaulay's system of learning. Lord Macaulay, English entrepreneur, he was known to introduce a education system which produced clerks, not the officers, not the designers, planners, just the clerks to carry over their work in India. Officers and planners and decision makers were English people. They chose some allied class people just for their work, and rest of the people was left as a ruled poor sufferers. So they started with E4, that is, English was imposed universally without any consideration for local vernacular language, and it is causing many problems if the local learners of India are learning through English medium. For example, cough, a word, is from English, but it is not only in English. It is also in Turkish language and Persian and Arabic and Sanskrit. In Arabic and Persian, it means something that is coming out. That is sputum. That is not the reflex. In English, cough means it is a reflex, respiratory reflex that tries to expel out unwanted mucus secretion or foreign body from the respiratory tract. But in Arabic, it means the sputum that is coming out. And in Sanskrit, the word cough means there are 3 types of elements. Cough, vat, pit. It is one of the element among them. So this confusion continues if it is not indigenized. Our learning is totally limited to English. Second approach, their approach was that epicenter was British system. What they considered that was right, no suggestions, no adaptations, nothing. They decided and you have to carry on. Now they are investing their money in diabetes and cancer, but they are not investing their money in the research of nutrition and infections like malaria and tuberculosis. Just because they are suffering from diabetes, they are suffering from cancer, they are investing in that. They are not maximally suffering from infectious diseases and malaria and tuberculosis and malnutrition. That's why they are not improving. You can see many new models of cars coming in the market each month. But have you seen any new model of auto rickshaw coming in the market? No. Why? Because they are not interested in poor people who cannot fund their projects. They want the people who can afford to fund their projects. They are elite centered. So elitist education was introduced. They educated few selected persons from India who can carry over their propaganda or their program in India. And they spread edified pedagogy. Just like children being taught multiplication table without giving any reasoning, why it is useful, where it is useful, what to do with it, just mug up, and students, class 1, 2, 3, 4 students mug it up without knowing that it can be useful to simplify the fraction, it can be useful for multiplication or division. But at primary school it works. At adult learning, andragogy doesn't work. And the first lesson of andragogy is the learner must be aware how our learning is useful. If they are not convinced, they will not learn. So our change started here. Now we want our learners to know why they learn and how it will be useful. Then they will be interested to learn and they will be learning better, with more intensity, with more alacrity, with more interest. So andragogy we are going to introduce. Now Macaulay's system is getting undone step by step, and research, intensive research Even in undergraduate education, in postgraduate education, postdoctoral education, everywhere it is getting promoted because of these reasons. We have to develop a prudence, nirkshir vivek, what to think and what not to think. If we have to think how rationally we should think, not just to mug up like edified pedagogy. We have to go for andragogy, learning why we learn, learning how it will be useful. So there are two inbuilt mechanisms in humans, fear and greed. In excess, they are wrong, no doubt. But subconsciously, they are the motives, initiatives for anything what we do, fear and greed. Two initiatives, inbuilt initiatives in each and every human being. In subconscious mind, if well controlled, they can be channeled and channelized for our benefit. Fear can be channelized for continuity concerns or maintenance and survival. If we are afraid of the life, we can manage to maintain it, survive, and continue our life. And greed, if well channelized, well traveled, it ventures for progress and it ventures for improvement and upgradation. So in slight amount, tameable amount, fear and greed are our initiatives. And here we will learn how it is leading to the research. So greed versus fear, just like redox reaction. If anything is getting oxidized, that means at the same time some other molecule is getting reduced also. So fear and greed were coexistent. They are not separate entities. One and other are correlated, just like redox reaction. And this leads to competition. My greed is someone's fear. My fear is someone's greed. And this motive gives us two Darwinian concepts, struggle of existence and survival of the fittest. Survival of fittest in the competition, struggle for existence because of competition, and greed and fear in well-channelized manner are there to continue struggle of existence and survival for the fittest. So how we go for better and maintain what we already have? First, we browse for the breaches and reason to renovate. Why we renovate? Why we should improve where we are lacking. And this is called grouping for the gap or analysis to improve. Then there are steps by which we can go ahead. Suppose we just overhear some words, don't pay attention to it. Hear, that means we are hearing completely, maybe understanding, but listening is proper, thorough understanding what is being said. The same way, just to see, we can see anything that is going in front of eyes. We look if we intentionally see, and we observe, we analyze also. Science is the same thing. We don't just hark or hear, we listen. We don't just see or look, we also observe. Just see an example given ahead. This diagram is in front of you. Why this grand old lady look back? There may be 2 or 3 reasons. She's a bit fatter, and she might be thinking that why this lady is so slim and young. I am old and I am fat. Maybe a reason. Maybe thinking that I am with my husband, but no child. She is without her husband and a child is accompanying him. But the third thing is this. How this grand old man is having similar nose compared to this child. This can be an observation. And here we observe, not just see or just look, we observe. This discerning mind gives us output. So we can take some historical examples. Pitch blende. Pitch blende is the ore, impure mineral form from which uranium is taken out. And from pitch blende, we extract uranium. After extraction of pure uranium, radioactivity of uranium was 4 times less than crude impure form pitch blende. How come it be? there was a gap, and this gap was analyzed. This gap was analyzed by Madame Curie, who invented something else that is called radium. It is 7 lakh times more radioactive compared to uranium. So this gap analysis, despite extraction of pure form of uranium, impure crude form of ore, that is pitch blende, is still having 4 times more radioactivity. How come it be? That means it is containing something else that is even more radioactive, and that was radium. So this is observation. That's how we observe in science. Second example, Neptune's orbit. It was being calculated according to Kepler's law of motion, planetary motion, and orbit was very perfectly measured, but as per calculation, it should have been different. It was not matching exact calculation. There was a gap. The gap was analyzed, and it was supposed that there must be some other pool than the sun's orbit, and it was another planet beyond Neptune, that was Pluto. It was discovered after this discrepancy was discovered that Neptune's orbit is not matching the calculated orbit by Kepler's law of planetary motion. And this gap was analyzed and Pluto was finally discovered. So this is observation. Third example, penicillin. We know the story. Most of us know the story. A student was showing the culture, bacterial culture, to Alexander Fleming and saying that this culture has been wasted. In the culture of the bacteria, we have some fungi grown and it should be thrown. But Alexander Fleming told, no, don't throw it. It is having some strange occurrence. 25% fungus, 50% bacteria, and rest 25% is blank. Just we should observe what is going to happen in the future. And it continued. After some time, 50% fungi, 25% bacteria, remaining 25% empty. Finally, it was 80 or 90% fungi, no bacteria, and a part was blank. That means fungi were secreting something that was destroying the bacteria, and it was penicillin. This is again a gap analysis. That's how we observe. Mendeleev's periodic table, we know. Initially, there were many attempts to classify the elements. Dominiers trads were attempted. 10 or 11 trads were formulated, but it didn't proceed further. It was just hit and trial. It didn't fructify. Then came the theory of Newland's octave rule. Each eighth element is similar to the first element. After the invention of inert gases, it was ninth element that was similar to the first element. And Mendeleev proposed that atomic number arranged in sequential order, Newland's octave rule, can be applied as Mendeleev's law of periodicity. But again, there was a problem that isotopes, all the same elements having different atomic weights, where to place them. And isotones, isobars were also problematic. Then Moseley's experiment came, and based on that experiment, it was formulated that atomic weight is not the fundamental characteristic of an element. It is atomic number of protons. It should be equal. All the isotopes of carbon, C12, C13, C14, all must be placed in C6, that means 6 protons. And then the Mendeleev periodic table came in today's existence. So this is observation, upgrading time to time with observation, with gap analysis, with finding of a need to improve. Atomic models, initially we know there was Thomson's model, then came Rutherford experiment, after that Bohr model, then Bohr-Bury scheme, Stark effect, Zeeman's effect, nuclear model. Each day we are improving on our knowledge. We are not perfect yet, but this is an approach called verisimilitude, reaching the perfection bit by bit. Though not perfect, never. But we improve. This is research. This is life. This is science. That's why we are students of life sciences. We all are students of life sciences because life and science both proceed by not just harking or hearing, we have to listen, not just by seeing or looking, we have to observe. This way we improve. So it can improve in 4 steps, heuristics, just hit and trial. You have a bunch of key, you have a new lock, you don't know which key will apply, just go on applying. One key works, and that is the outcome. Hit and trial method, just like polypharmacy. We give so many drugs, one drug works, and that is it. Our work is over. The second comes empiricism, based on our experience. P drugs are formulated. This drug at low adverse drug reaction, at low cost, works better. Personal experience, empiricism. Then comes algorithm, drug of choice, contraindications, drug interactions. They are streamlined, correlated to each other to make a decision. And finally comes the concept of this concept of EBM, that is evidence-based medicine, on which the whole regimen is decided. So this is the improvement from polypharmacy and hit and trial method of heuristics to personal experience, adding up to P drugs, to algorithm, all informations gathered together and drug and choice, contraindications, interactions, all decided, and finally SRMA, systematic review and meta-analysis, leading to evidence-based medicine that leads to a finalized regimen. So exploration, why it should be done? Just fear and greed. Fear to lose, greed to improve. Exploration. Then by exploration, it is canonized. By exploration, we make the material, make our gap known to the world. Then gap analysis is done. How it works? Review of literature is done. What already exists in the market, how much we already know as a human civilization. Then comes research question, where we are lacking, what is not yet known but should be known before this gap is filled or cemented out. Then the feedback, what we found by our quest, our query, research design, data output, outcome analysis, and finally upgrade the policy, which is already existed, where to improve to make it more absolute. Exploration or canonization, that part is not officially taught anywhere, and upgradation policy plan, it is not academic part, it is a part which is with the governments mostly. The remaining part, gap analysis and feedback, that is academic research. And we are interested in that part, academic research, where we start with a gap analysis, with a review of literature, find a missing link, research question is generated. To get the feedback, we develop a research design. As a result, data output is there, and then the outcome is analyzed. This middle section shown in the red is the academic training. How to explore, we don't train, and how to upgrade the policy, that part we don't train. Other two middle parts we train. Just C is developing like seizures, cut open and see, and it becomes science. Or C can become seer, drashta, visionary, and accordingly the word search and research. So from seeing, if it evolves as observation, it becomes science and research. And just like a single abnormal, out of the way finding can become a case study, there may be a case series on the same pattern, rare occurrences, but more than once, 2, 3, 5, 10 cases being reported throughout the world from different parts of the world. It becomes a case series, and finally, review of literature leads to a new finding, just like Brugada syndrome was diagnosed. It was initially a case, then it became a case series, and finally through the review of literature, it was established as a new entity, Brugada syndrome of the CVS, cardiovascular cyst. Those who are interested can go in the detail in the history of development of Brugada syndrome's identity as a new pathophysiology. Gap analysis, just like sulfonamide, was applied, and it was found that after sulfonamides, antibiotics, hypoglycemia was a common side effect. If sulfonamides in crude form can cause hypoglycemia, why it cannot be used in hyperglycemia of diabetes? And by this logic, sulfonylureas came in the market. So this is gap analysis. Research can lead to thesis and dissertation, finally leading to paper that is published. Systematic review or meta-analysis finally summarizes these all papers. Individual biases are ruled out. A sum total of the truth is reached, and this is called SRMA, that is systematic review and meta-analysis. So research questions, how we develop, this is called topics. Originally, it is taught in the academic circle as PCOTs, but here I summarize it as topics. PCOTs has no meaning. It is meaningless word. Topics you can remember easily. That's why I have rearranged PICOTs as topics. Research question, what is the scope? First time frame. I am doing my MD. It has 3 years to work, and within 3 years, we have to complete the whole work. That's why we have to develop or devise a time frame, and that is framed in Gantt chart, as we will see in the next slide. Then the outcome for whatever research question, we expect result to come in a given fashion. A dummy table is devised. Result is not known, but result will be developed in this fashion. Then population, target population, accessible population, and sample, how sampling is done, all the details. Intervention, whether we want to intervene or not. If no intervention, it is just observational study or descriptive study. If there is an intervention, in a one group advice is given, in another group no advice is given, still it is called intervention. It is not necessarily drug or injection. It may be advice also. It is intervention. So whether to give intervention or not, be compared study or uncompared study, that means analytical or non-analytical. Be perfectly descriptive, no comparison, no intervention, it may be descriptive. With comparison, it becomes analytical. With intervention, it is experimental study. Comparators accept intervention. Control and experimental groups are otherwise similar. And then study design, topics is study design. Which study design to adopt? Observational study or analytical study or experimental study. There are many types which we will discuss in our due course. In observational study, it is not P topics, PIE removed by E. That means it is not topics, it is topics. E for exposure. Here, there is no intervention. We only think about exposure or no exposure. So this is Gantt chart. The timeline with which we work. And here ANZ CTR is written. That is Austrian system. Like CTRI of India, Clinical Trial Registry of India, Austria has its own system, that is ANJ CTR, and it has developed one timeline for research, data cleaning, data analysis, everything is properly given a time, how we start with research, how we proceed, how we conclude, and how finally we report. So this is Gantt chart. Out of the pie charts, time frame. Time frame is shown in the Gantt chart. Now, how research objectives are decided? They should be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Just take an example. Someone wanted to study if recitation of Gita is causing an upliftment of spirituality or not. Here, what we miss as a science, it should be specific, it should be measurable. Upliftment of spirituality. Spirituality is not very specific term. We can't define spirituality without any confusion. It is not well defined, so it is not specific. And for measuring the upliftment of spirituality, we must measure the baseline and measure the improvement. That means it is also not measurable. That's why we want to be a scientific research. So our objective of the research must be smart, specific, measurable, achievable. In our limited resource and funding and manpower and time constraints, it must be achievable. And even if it is achieved, it must be relevant to the institution, to me as a researcher, to the funding organization, as they are the stakeholders. If they don't find it relevant, they will not fund. So institution and stakeholders, funding organization, myself, everyone must find it relevant, and it should be timely. Within a given time period, it must be completed. So these are research objectives. Research plan. Protocol is finer. Finer, FI is explained in this page. Feasible. Feasible means in terms of fund, infrastructure, skilled hands, and time crunch. It should be feasible. F-I-S-T, feast. This is feast. Fund, infrastructure, skilled hands, time crunch. Fund, infrastructure, skilled hands, and time crunch. Feast. And this feast indicates feasible. Then I, interesting. Interesting to the financer, interesting to the institution, interesting to myself, and interesting to the policy planners who take up the outcome to change their policy. Then FIN, N means novel. It should give something new that is yet unknown. If it is already known, it is already in the market, it is useless because it has already been done. We have to do something new. Ethical, it should not devise something that is unethical. Even if it is science, even if it is improvement, but it is unethical, it is damaging somebody's reputation or privacy or somebody's right to life and their country's sovereignty, then it is not ethical. It will be not supported. And then relevant to all these aspects. So data gap leads to research question leads to study plan, outlines, then protocol. Protocol is a blueprint, and there are various types of study. Scroll aside study is a type of study that we will discuss later on. Then this protocol is finally developed into proposal, in which we add some economic concerns and legal details. Our protocol is there, but how economically it is possible through the Gantt chart in a given timeline, and what are legal constraints and facilities and limitations. With all the details, a protocol becomes proposal. And finally, operation manual is the boundary line within which the research must be completed. Then measurements. Measurements are divided in these 6 attributes: precise, accurate, sensitivity, specificity, appropriate, and objective. No subjective bias or repetitive variation should be there. This is objective. If human height is measured in millimeters, it is not appropriate. If it is measured in kilometers, it is again not appropriate. Appropriate measurement of human height will be in centimeters or inches. So it should be appropriate measurement, then specific, sensitive, accurate, and precise. These words will be defined in the due course. And for this, we have a course that is certificate course in medical biostatistics. There has already been a completed cycle. This is the second cycle, and I am the course coordinator. Here you can see on your screen. And Shivamurthy sir is the Bhishma Pitamaha of this whole Mahabharata. He is guiding us through all. A wide gamut of satisfied participants are there in previous session. MSc people and MBBS students, MD professors, biostatisticians, microbiologists, physiologists, and pharmacologists participated. It was useful for PG students of medical, paramedical, biosciences, those who needed to submit their thesis including pharmacy, biotechnology, microbiology, psychology, etc. Then UG students who were interested in research projects like STS projects, or those students who were aspiring for foreign medical courses, a career perspective like USMLE, USCAT, BMAT, GAMSAT. In these careers, research is counted as extra advantage. That's why this course will be helpful. Those who are already in bioscience job, but they are doing academic administrative work in a college or hospital, and still they want to learn the biostatistics as they are involved in data reporting and project working as a project guide, but they are not very confident in biostatistics. Even they will find it helpful. And how it covers? Initially, it was a 12-session course in the first cycle. In the second cycle, it has been expanded to 16 sessions instead of 12. First session was wholly and fraud in biomedical statistics. In this course, getting familiar with fun without any academic headache, then graph, plotting, interpretation using Excel, and 5 MCQs for repetition. Then in third, know your sample, 10 data characteristics will be explained with 5 MCQs and solution of previous 5 MCQs with all explanation. If answer is C, why is not A, why it is not B, why it is not D. Half-page explanation of each and every MCQ, all the 5. Then probability distribution with the same 5 MCQs and solution of previous 5 MCQs. Then sampling techniques and treatments, the same 5 MCQs and solution of previous 5 MCQs. And finally, there will be a workshop. It is workshop 1. This is 6th session. After 5 session completion, we will have a workshop. Then the 7th session, study design, insidious data interactions. Then study design 2, cumulative data interactions. Study design 3, design presentations with similar 5 MCQs each with explanation of previous 5 MCQs. And then there will be 10th session, that will be workshop 2. 11th session, data analysis, non-comparative. Data analysis, basic comparison, manual or calculator tests without requirement of high-level computerized online or offline programs. Then data analysis, advanced comparisons, requires net or app-based tests. Finally, data analysis, outcome interpretation, what outcome we get, how to interpret and apply for futuristic approach for policy planning. Each again having 5 MCQs and explanation of previous 5 MCQs. So 15th is applied probability in biomedical statistics. And as 16th, we will have the third workshop. So 3 workshops and remaining 13 classes. This is the total content of the course. So for research, proposal, ethical, start or start out. This is a question. First start, don't start out. Starting reflex is not required, just start. You will get acquainted to it. We will work together so that all the participants are at ease with statistics. They are not afraid of statistics anymore. They understand what is being done. They understand what can be done further. They are primed for furtherance also. Find a topic. It may be a universal topic applicable to individual case, or it may be individual case. It can find universal relevance. Either ethics lies in open consensus, not implicit collusions. Even criminals collude implicitly, but that is not ethical. Ethics means consensus must be open and available universally to everyone as a human civilization. And proposals succeed with improvement without embarrassment. So we complete hereby. Thank you very much for participation. Hope I have explained everything and I am understandable, intelligible to each of you. Welcome to the course if you like. So, Shivamurthy sir,
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You have explained about the, initial method of, like what are the introductory requirements for knowing the biostatistics, and also, you know that in 1 hour we are not able to give complete knowledge, but since we have a very interesting course, which is curated and already experimented and also corrected and tried and tested. So in that way, we have a nice course, and this is the only way I believe that any professional can join. And basically, if you start listening to statistician, then they will go by terminologies and their techniques sometimes, and they don't know where to limit. And being medical professionals, instead of getting convenient, but we will get scared. Array, this is not possible for me, and I will not be able to understand. That's the kind of fear we get. But I am very confident by listening to you and your lectures, and I'm sure the professionals will understand the basics of statistics and be able to do some of the important statistical tests on their own. And I am very happy that you also suggest the open source uh, tools that are available for utilizing, conducting. You don't need to have, like, as all of you know, that for doing an academic research, for doing a publication, academic publication, you don't require a hi-fi statistical tool, a software. So you can use the available, easily compatible softwares where you are able to complete your analysis. I think you gave the hands-on experience to the previous batch also, and I'm sure you will be able to continue that also. That's a good opportunity, because many, suppose if you go to any SAS or one more is there, no, sir? What is
SPSS.
it? SPSS. I think one license itself costs lakhs of rupees. So people will get scared about that. See, basically, what is software? All the formulas are already fed in it, and if you pass your data, and it will give the results. So that's the, sometimes, because you may not be in a free software, you may not be able to do a complex, highly complex analysis, or where the multivariables are there at a time. You want to see all those things. That's difficult. But for a postgraduate student, or for an undergraduate student, or for a, even a faculty, so they can do the analysis on their own, and then they are able to they can make tables, graphs, and easily. So believe me, right from the only one project that while I was doing post graduation, I took the help of a statistician. So after that, I have not taken any help of any of the statisticians to do my work. So all the grouping, designing, collection of data, analysis, everything I have done on my own. Means the complexity of the data. Even sometimes I have gone to analyze the risk analysis, and the chi-square test, or ANOVA, post hoc ANOVA test. Everything we have done. I have done happily without using a hi-fi tool. So use the available techniques, the available, freely available tools. So in that way, you are able to manage your own data analysis, and you are able to come up with the results. So that's what I can tell. I'm sure sir will talk about that. Do you, any of you are having any questions? Please feel free to ask, sir, so that like it's an opportunity for you to get answers from the horse mouth. Yes, sir. Please, you can also talk some of the.
As Murthy sir has told, most of our academic training of biostatistics is frightening just because of complexity. And as andragogy tells us, we must know what we are learning, why we are learning, where to apply. If we are not knowing that, it is frightening. So our course is limited to academic first. Second, it should be compatible to make you aware of the basics so that you can improve on your own without any external support. And it doesn't require any paid app to be purchased. On internet, you can do yourself without paying any extra penny, and you can do calculations yourself. If you want to improve, you can improve on your own without any further guidance. This priming, I want it to feed if someone, and I'd have to give him fish. I have to give it daily. Rather, I want to train him how to fish so that he can feed himself throughout the life. He can train others how to fish. So I want to make all the participants self-sufficient without any further involvement of money. They should do it free of cost in their future. That's the aim of this academic training. It is not institutionalized, very high level, complex training, but yes, priming to make you easy with biostatistics. Any question? Anyone? You are welcome. Please ask in the chat. I will reply.
Yeah, so we have Dr. Asha Patak, Dr. Sonali. Any one of you, like you would like to say, express your, whatever, like happiness or
Content on
any
course
questions,
or
please
anything.
go ahead. It will be nice to, talk to you also. It will be interesting. So if any of you are having any questions,
Participants, please ask.
participants, please, yeah.
No question means either everything understood or nothing understood. This is
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah.
Please question.
So by the time you ask the question, I will also, share the, brochure of our Medical Pharmacology Society in between, so that you will gain some understanding of what is going on. So please frame your question. Either you can type also. You don't need to,
Or you can ask verbally. recently shared a brochure which is almost 36 pages of text. Please go through the innovative
Pharmacologists. Please take a moment and go through all. And this is your society. Please join and you have also established a website also. I come back to this every day. I Milk Institute will from there drop you there. So this is a great opportunity. Please do come to Bangalore and attend our program, that is NPSCon 2026 in Bangalore. Now, I think let us see if any questions. Yeah, sir, will the course help us how to proceed with a thesis, how to do all the statistics and calculations by ourselves? So this question is for you, sir.
Question has already been replied. I am replying the second question.
Yes, sir.
I have an observational comparative study and I have 5 patients missing follow-up. How should I handle? And the response is here.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I am typing the answer.
Sir, you can answer also. They will listen happily because instead of reading.
So it is a good question, but a bit too early. Problem of attrition and intention to treat analysis and sampling biases that creep in due to missing samples. We deal in our due course and it is part of our course. But just in 2 or 3 lines, it is not possible to resolve the issue right now. We have in our training this part also covered.
Okay, the first question, sir, can you voice it out so that the record will be there
and
in YouTube also?
The first question, yes, of course, this is the basic aim of this course. We also invite personal statistical questions concerning your past, present, or planned project. We reply even the phone calls and WhatsApp messages till the query is fully resolved. So this is the answer to the first.
Okay, so to conclude, what we can say that the course will help you to analyze your thesis, data, and you can apply your own statistical tests, calculations by yourself. You will be trained enough to make your own tables, graphs, and results, and you can also get the support from Dr. Rakesh sir regarding the like how to write the write the results. Maybe like he will explain you so that convincingly you will be able to complete your thesis work and you can hand it over to your university. So that's the.
Sir, our aim is not to make anyone, just I give an analogy.
Yes.
I am not to make anyone automobile engineer or a fitter or technician. I want to make a good driver. You can use your data as a good driver, not as a fitter on the roadside or not as an automobile engineer in the company, but you should be a good driver of your own car. That's our aim. Analogically, you can understand now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that means that you will be able to he will give you all the knowledge that is best required for you to go through the data, analyze the data, make the tables, explain it in a amicable way so that you will be able to complete your thesis work and results sections of your thesis work. So this is the like summary I can say. you can very well connect with the sir during the course, even during the as the classes are done. So you can actually the good thing what I saw was sir generally gives individual attention, not because everyone will have their own questions. Sometimes people are having inhibitions to contact in a group, so they will be happy managing in a confidential, means in a one-to-one interactions, so that sometimes your data is also not divulged. That is also one thing is there, and you can directly connect with the Rakesh sir, and then you can work with him to ensure that you understand the concept, you understand the process, and finally you learn to work, I think. Okay, so if no other questions are there, any other questions, anyone?
I think most people are getting relieved. They are leaving out from
Okay.
more than 40. Now it is
26
around
people
25.
are there. I believe that they are the most interested people in the, among all the people who attended today.
Throughout the course, questions are invited, even personally on the phone call, on the WhatsApp. You will always be replied until and unless the issue is
Okay,
resolved.
let me just display the, course brochure while going before closing. So this is the course brochure. Who should register? How to register. There is a link in the PDF what I shared. So what are the salient features are given, then dates. Okay, so the last date for registration is 28th. So we have already received
18th. It is 18th. 18th
Feb.
February.
Yeah, 18th Feb. So then course starts on 22nd. So the course will be administered through Zoom meetings, the way how we are doing today, and recordings will be done, and the links will be shared to you after every class, so that suppose if you miss a class, then you will be able to attend it again and again, and you can revisit the class again and again.
So course content is available 5 times. First as live lecture, then recorded format, then the study notes, then the questions, and then their explanation of the questions. We revised your concept 5 times.
Yeah, the
So there
course
is no
fee
chance
is,
that you are left without understanding.
yes, course fee is displayed here, and today up to 8 p.m. you can register with 5,500 rupees less than the displayed cost. So you can save 500 rupees also, and you can register. And the course will start on 22nd morning, generally Sunday, 10 o'clock will start, and then after that there will be again notes will be shared, MCQs will be shared, and please ensure that it's not that you just pay and you get the degree or the certificate. No, it is not going to be like that. You need to attend the all the classes either at your convenient time or at the live. You need to answer the MCQs for all the tests that are given, and then there will be a test at the end. In the end, so you need to score minimum 50%, and it's not that 100% people we certified. No, I think around 90% of the people only certified in the first batch. So remaining 10%, we did not give the certificate because they did not complete the course content. So we are not interested in giving you certificate just by you don't buy the certificate. You should become the professional. You should learn the techniques. You should learn the whatever that is being taught. So that's the most important thing. That's why we are not here to just give away the certificate. So let us be very clear. We will not give the certificate if you don't complete the course contents. So this is very clear, I believe. Next, I think sir discussed about all the classes. There will be 16 classes. There will be 3 workshops will be there among them, and 13 theory classes will be there. Plus, a test will be there at every time, and the duration will be 4 months. So earlier it was 3 months. Now it is increased to 4 months, but we have not increased the course fee so much as the TOEFL. So we are not very much interested in the financial aspects. We are more interested in your learning aspect. So course coordinator details and the course faculty and administrator details are given here. So now hope if we are clear with everything, now let me congratulate Dr. Rakesh Ranjan sir for taking this your time to come online today and give your lecture. And we are thankful to you for making your time and make yourself available for this important occasion. So again and again, you have been continuously very consistent and very constant. So where like you accept, you do it. That's the good thing, and we are very happy with you. Thank you so much. We
Thank you,
look
sir.
forward to see you at MPS Con 2026 under
Yes,
your
sir.
leadership. You are leading the research methodology workshop here, and I would say that let me just introduce the our this. Mm, Let me introduce our find the one. So okay, so no problem. So we have already introduced the MPS Con 2026, which we have already done. We will again anyway. I will share in the. I will share in the groups. So as all of you know that there will be 4 components in the research methodology workshop. That is research methodology, biostatistics, and then grant application writing and publication writing. So this is mainly aimed for the first year PG students. Okay, this workshop is mainly targeted for the first year MD students. It's not only MD pharmacology, and also first year PhD students or first year MSc students, whoever starting their first project, I think they should attend. And many colleges are there where guides are not there, so you don't know how to start your research. So this is a great opportunity. As you know that MPS society, we don't restrict only MD pharmacologists or something. For knowledge, we are ready to give it to all the people who are interested to take it. Vaisudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is what the whole world is our family. That's what we feel. And all of you, if you are interested at any time to learn, please do not hesitate. Please do come and join this research methodology workshop at MPS Con 2026. The second year students can attend meta-analysis and statistical analysis. Okay, that the systematic review workshop, meta-analysis and systematic review workshop, because by the time they already would have done their project or they would have started collecting the data, and before completing their MD, at least they can do one more. In addition to their regular thesis, they should be able to do one meta-analysis or systematic review, so that before they complete their MD, they can have at least 2 projects completed. Okay, so that's the idea. And the third year students, so have we left them? No, we have not left them. We offer them the MPS Career Conclave. So it's not exactly the workshop. It's a kind of CME mode, but you might have seen in the brochure that we have the experts coming from the industry who have at least 15 to 20 years of experience in the area where they have already worked, and they are ready to guide you so that you can learn from the horse mouth. So what are you going to learn? You are going to learn about the what are the job scopes that are available, what are the positions that are available, and what are the skill sets that are required. Okay, it's not that after having MD, do you think that you are ready? No, you are not ready. You need to get ready. Okay, you need to get ready with additional skills, and you need to maybe you can attend some courses, or you need to learn what, like being a hiring manager, what do I expect from you. Okay, so you should learn what I expect, so that you are already ready and you are ready to go to the industry. Okay, so that's very important. And you can't just okay, I have an MD, I'm an MBBS, I'm an MD, I'm a PhD, and hiring manager should be able to hire me. No, that's not the thing. So you need to have soft skills, you need to have the technical skills, you need to have interpersonal skills, you need to have language skills, you need to have the good curriculum vitae, and you should know how to project yourself, you should know how to sell yourself. So like this, a lot of things are there. And also you should know, like suppose if you are going to medical writing, interested in a medical writing area, then one is soft skills, and then you should know what are the jobs that are available. So you can't just walk into this thing there. If the manager asks you, okay, what do you want to become, what do you want to start at, where you would like to start, you don't know, then you will not be hired. So you need to know. So you better learn from our experts. So that will really help you. Okay, next one is that like regulatory science, or it can be medical affairs, or clinical operations, or from the generic drug development, BAB studies, or regulatory affairs. So like this, you need to medical monitoring. So like this, you need to learn from the experts. It's very important. Don't ignore the opportunities that are knocking and they are available in front of you. Later, like you should not feel that, okay, the one who got attended, they got hired, but you did not get an opportunity. So you should not feel that. And also maybe sometimes you will think that, okay, I would like to enter into the industry later part of my life, maybe after spending once I become professor, or once I spend 10-15 years, and then I will go and I will. No, that's not going to happen. You will not be able to manage. Okay, so and people may not give you opportunity also, and because there your flexibility, your ability to understand, your ability to cooperate, your ability to learn, everything will change. And sometimes when you are if you want to grow, if you want to get into the new group, then you may have to unlearn something. Okay, what is this unlearning? Okay, we have learned about learning. What is this unlearning? Have you ever heard of it? So what is this unlearning? Okay, unlearning means sometimes you may have to leave away something what you learned with so much of effort. Okay, or you may have to suppress yourself that particular skill, so that it will allow you to perform better in the new position. So they like this, a lot of things are there. It's not that like job market not is not so easy. So you need to learn what is required. So this is something which if you want to learn, you should attend the our programs like MPS Career Conclave, which is mainly scheduled. Yeah, I'm not saying that only third year should join. And if you want to learn from the first year itself, what then you want to be ready, you are welcome. We have not put any restrictions for anyone who want to join, but you are always welcome. But particularly, especially those who are passing out, I think they should choose this NPS Career Conclave. And what is the numbers that you are looking for? See, the research methodology workshop, maximum 30, 35, or maximum 40. That's what we can look for, because that should be small group discussions will be there. It will be a hands-on work will be there. You will be made to write the objectives. You will be made to write introduction. You will be made to write the statistical test selections, and all those things you will be made to do it. Okay, so that is how you will be taught, and the next one will be like that is the meta-analysis and statistical analysis. This is also like that only. Again, you will be made to do all these. Like you will have to work hard to make yourself fit into or learn the techniques. And I know it's very difficult to learn this meta-analysis and systematical analysis. So you need to attend multiple times. You need to keep on working attending, so that you get that skills, you get the hang of what you are supposed to do. So the next one is that the MPS career conclave. This MPS career conclave, we will be making it through the CME mode. So we have not kept any, it will be done in a lecture hall, so you can have good number of maybe 100, 200, whatever the number you want to come in. So we are happy with it, and we'll be happy to do it. Even if we have 30 to 50 or 100, we will do it, no problem. So we are not looking for, that, like getting all these professionals in one basket, it's difficult. And we have that, skills, and we are able to fetch these, important people. And it's for you, and we are not going to make any money. Hardly we may get around 30,000, and it's not going to be helpful for anything. Even for food, it is not going to be helpful. Okay, so please do support. Okay, so all these efforts are for the development of our profession, our professionals, giving them the best of especially like conducting workshops at 1,000 rupees is not going to make any sense economically. But keeping, we can't always look at the money. Hope that we will be able to cover that difference in the main work, main conference. Whatever we are charging there, so we'll be able to adjust here. So you can see that they're just getting the 6 people, 30,000, 5,000 for each person. So transportation, that only it will go. From where do we give food? Where do we give the pen, paper, all those things? We'll have to see. So it's an effort to make you all happy, make you all skillful, make you all better person and outgoing. So hope that our efforts are appreciated, and all of you are happy. And with this, if no further questions are there, so we will sign up for today. Thank you so much for attending. We had fairly around 55 to 60 people were there on on an average. So thank you everyone for joining today's program, and I will share the certificate link, feedback link, certificate link, and all. And please do register to MPS Con 2026. It will be held between. We have already released the brochure, and already we started having a good number of registrations. So we have already received. It's very encouraging. Hope that we will reach our target around 350 or 400. That's what we are looking for. So with all your support and with all your best wishes, with all your participation, and I'm sure it will be a successful one. Thank you so much. So have a good day, good night, and looking forward to see you all at MPS Con CD Simon. It will be in Bangalore. Okay, so it will be in Bangalore. It's a very happening city, internationally well-known city, and we welcome you. I'm sure it will be a very pleasant time also. You may be thinking that May it will be very hot and all. So no, Bangalore is very surprise. It will surprise you. So I'm sure the temperature will be around 34 for 34, 35. It's not like Delhi 36 or means 40, 45, 47. No, you will not see that. Bangalore is different, and most probably you may experience some rains also in between, and it will be very comfortable. So please do come and let us collaborate. Let us work together. And let us meet with each other, and so have a good time. Okay. So thank you very much. Good day.
Thank you very much, sir.